Hey, folks, welcome to episode number 9 of the Rhubarb Travelers podcast. We are recording this show on Tuesday, December 30th, 2025. I am Blake. With me, as always, is
We're
Damon.
we're dedicated, and I
That's
just want
right.
everyone to know that is here from the other podcast how dedicated I am when people are nice enough to coordinate with me. They're just saying, Mantis.
Yes. And so, folks, I'm actually not in my normal recording place. I am away at the Rhubarb Traveler retreat compound enjoying time off. So if you hear some extraneous noise in the background, it's a little bit out of my control. But we're going
Yeah,
to muscle through this.
yes, we are.
All right. So as always, we want to always thank our Patreon subscribers before we start the show. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. If you are interested in becoming a subscriber, please go to patreon.com, look up Rhubarb Travelers podcast. It is only $5 a month right now. And this, even though that's not a lot, it helps us out quite a bit in paying all of the expenses related to the show. So please consider becoming a Patreon subscriber. All right, folks, it is time for Damon and I to actually take a survey that we both received from Disney. And this survey is about the new Disney Storyliving community that is being built in North Carolina near Pittsboro. It's called Asteria. And so Disney has sent out a survey questionnaire, and Damon and I are getting ready to take this. Now, to give you some background, this is going to be a Storyliving Disney community. It is like
Just
Totino
yeah,
that is
just like Latino. Yep.
just out in California. So Disney is reaching out to people who have indicated that they're interested. And go ahead, Damon.
Yeah,
You were going to.
yeah. For me, so this is something that is of interest, right? Retirement interest, not necessarily pre-retirement interest. I have to kind of see what the community puts together because it also could be a nice secondary location to have if we decided we wanted to, right? You're a little bit closer to the mountains there than we are,
Right.
I feel like. So, yeah,
Right. So I forgot where I was going with this.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
But
anyway, well, we are taking this survey live, by the way, folks. So we have not looked at the questions beforehand. Damon and I both have our own version of the survey. And so we're going to follow along with each other, and you're going to hear live what these questions are. So
all
with
right.
that being said,
Yeah, the
I'm
first page I already clicked.
all right. Well,
So
you've jumped ahead. So I'm going to
yeah,
click
I
again
did.
to
So it
jump
just kind
ahead.
of gives us a background of kind of what we
And I'm going
gave
to wait for
you.
my internet.
And it's kind
While
of
mine is
helping,
pulling
they
up,
want to
why don't
know
you go
like
ahead and read
what
what you
homeowners
see?
value most when you're in a community like this, which makes a lot of sense. So it looks like it's going to take a couple minutes to do. I think this will be fun. I am clicking the next button here. Ooh, so we get an introduction. So let's see if we can kind of piece some stuff out of here from this introduction. So guided by the vision and expertise of Walt Disney Imagineers. So it's going to be kind of cool, right? Central to this vision is a private members only club that's going to be integrated into community and include, part of what's happening at Asteria. There's going to be a health and well-being, entertainment, enrichment, excursions that extend beyond the neighborhood. That's kind of cool. So curated adventures and volunteerism, which is also always nice to kind of give back. So the private club is going to kind of be, I think that the club is what's going to make this really a Disney community. And I think that's what's going to be interesting. If you look at the artist rendition, and again, just we want to make note, anything that we talk about can change and it's, Disney's
And
allowed to
probably
change.
will change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything is, just concept here and is subject to change. So
Right.
when I look at though the pool, like, gosh, it looks like pretty darn cool, right? It looks like a couple pools together. Like it looks
Actually, it
like a
looks like
very
multi-layered
interesting.
because it seems like there's
Yes.
some waterfalls in between them. So,
Yeah. So this will be nice. All right. I am clicking next here.
all right, I'm clicking.
All right. Which community are you most interested in today? And it is going to be Asteria. Which is your following describes your current household. Couple. Wait, where's single or couple with children, youngest 12 or older? That's me. Boom. Clicking through. Current employment status. Employed full time. How many people would typically live in your home full time? And that's interesting because, again, I see this more as a retirement-y sort of place. So I'm going to say full time for me is only going to be 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here.
So this first set of questions, folks, are just general demographics questions, it
Yeah.
looks like. So
So, what factors initially prompted your interest in storytime living? I would say for me, it's the amenities. And yeah,
I
I would say
I would
community
have
design and amenities.
now interesting. All right, yeah. So you chose community design amenities. I'm going to select reputation of Disney because I
See,
really
my second one here, if I was going to be, would be lifestyle programming. The reputation of Disney. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm more about like the design. It's funny because I would say the community design amenities slash are already built into the reputation of Disney. But okay, so there we are. A little
all
different here.
right. And
Oof, this is a toughie. Rank the top 5 lifestyle elements in order of preference that are most important to you when considering your next
oh
community.
wow. Okay, so here
Oh,
are the selections we can choose from. So again, the question is rank the top 5 lifestyle elements. So we have to choose location, home design, active community lifestyle, accessibility, safety and security, schools, community amenities, outdoor space, sense of community, design quality, community events or social programming, and sustainability and green practices. So
okay.
top 5.
And I'm pretty fast on surveys, so let
Uh,
me give you what I got here.
okay.
I have safety and security is number 1. Always if ands or no if ands or buts. Like that has to be top for me in terms of a community that I'm living in.
Right.
And then it's
I would
it's
agree.
always location, right? When they say real estate, it's location, location, location. It's number 2 for me is location. So
Yeah.
those 2 things have to come top 2 for me. Then I go with community event or social programming. 4 is active community lifestyle, and then 5 for me is home design.
Okay, so I had home design at number 3 and I put community amenities after that. And then
Okay.
I put design quality as
Okay.
number 5. So I think we
Yeah,
both
they're good as well. I mean, home
yeah,
design and design quality, yeah, I agree with that.
yeah. But we
Okay.
both left schools out because we're not even looking at this. But
Yeah,
it goes to show you that Disney is looking at this as a place that families could stay at.
absolutely.
So, all right, moving on.
How well does the concept of a story living by Disney community align with the lifestyle you are seeking? Hmm,
The
I don't know
concept.
the answer to that. Like,
Yeah, it's hard to understand that question. Like, what are they going for?
well, they're
How
kinda I think what they're saying is like, so, "Hey, you have this community that has amenities, that has this, has that. Is that what you're looking for in life? Like, am I looking for that stuff?" I'm a neutral here. Like, I don't know if that's exactly what I'm looking for. It would be a second home, so, it would be tough.
all right, I'm
Uh,
gonna choose somewhat well. So our
okay.
choices are no influence all the way up to it aligns very well. So I chose somewhat well.
What type of home are you primary interested in?
So we have all sorts of options here from single family detached, one story, all the way
And
to a
yeah,
condominium.
and I'm gonna do a not sure yet because I don't know if this is where I'd want to live as a primary or a secondary. And I think that makes a difference for me because if we're talking a primary, then I would go single family detached 2-story home. If it's a secondary, then I could be talked into a paired home or a 2-story townhome or a
I
condominium.
given the age that we might be looking at, I think I'm gonna stick with a one story. So as long as they're one level,
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I think like having the kids over that gives them the opportunity to have a level of their own when you go to bed at six
right?
o'clock,
Yeah.
like me. Alright, I'm
Gosh.
gonna do a not sure yet for me.
Okay. You're gonna miss all the amenities if you go to bed at 6 o'clock when you're in the summer, by the way.
Okay, what is your preferred price range you would consider for a home in this community?
Let's see, for a second home. Interesting.
I'm gonna go
So our choices here, folks, are under 350, and then it goes in 100 to $150,000 increments all the way up to 1.2 million or greater. Definitely not
I
choosing
am
that.
at I'm at 900,000 to 1.2,
I was
and
looking alright, so I was thinking like the 600 to 700 or the 700 to
you
900.
do you.
Yeah, man.
What monthly homeowner association dues you consider? Okay.
What HOA dues are you comfortable with is what the
Man,
next
I have nothing in my community and no pool, no absolutely nothing, and I pay 200 and something. I
right.
literally have nothing except a pond with a fountain in it somewhere. Um, I would say I'm probably at 450 to 600.
Gosh, that would kinda depend on well, I guess they are letting you know what's coming, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't think that this is this I don't think this is the amenities fees. I think this is
Oh,
just
you're
dues.
right. This is
So
just
I'm gonna
due.
go down to 350 to oh, we can choose all that apply. All right. So I'm going to 350 to 450 or 450 to 600.
Yeah, that
I'm
seems
good
about
with
right,
that.
yeah.
Was your okay, next one was your preferred home size range. I'm at 3,200
So
square
our
foot or
choices
greater.
are under 1,500 square feet, and then it ranges all the way up to 3,200 square feet or greater.
I do like a big
That's
home.
I do, but you gotta remember, we're gonna be there later in life, so gosh, that's a lot of home to clean, dude. Mm.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'll have the kids come over and clean.
Oh, let's see. What did you
Okay.
choose? I'm gonna do I think I did 2 to 2,400. I did
Oh, I
2,000.
did over 3,200. I want a big house.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy. Alright.
All right. How influential is the Disney brand in your decision to consider this community? It is definitely one of the primary
Yeah,
drivers.
I so how influential is the Disney brand? It's the primary driver, yes.
And what does the Disney brand represent to you in the context of a residential community? Fun and entertainment.
I'm gonna say offering unique amenities not available at other general communities.
I'm going to mention something about the Disney bubble. There we go.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah, we need to not available in communities and also living in the Disney bubble. There you go. I like that.
So this next set of questions is interesting. What premium do you believe homes in the story living by Disney community justifies compared to other communities? So like
Oh,
what's your premium on cost of house because you're in a Disney community? See, I don't think it should be that high. I think that the premium,
I was gonna say 10% here.
I'm going to say 5%, really. I mean,
So
if I'm paying for the amenities, why do my home costs have to be that much higher?
so essentially, folks, this question is asking if you had the same exact house in another community in some other place, not Disney related, how much extra would you be willing to pay to just live in this Disney community? That's
Yeah.
essentially what this question is
Yes.
asking.
And then what is your anticipated time frame for purchasing a new home? I mean, for me, it's 3+ year because I don't even think we're going to see homes out of this place for 3+ years, to
Yeah,
be honest with you.
exactly.
Um, but I think that this will be good. So I'm at 3+ years there.
Yep. With 2 kids in college, I'm definitely not doing it doing it within the
Yeah.
next 3 years, so
Ooh, what events or conditions would accelerate your decision to purchase?
so in other words,
Lottery?
what would
I mean,
happen yeah, what's gonna happen in your life that you
me
make you
finding
wanna
a
stay?
gold bar on my property. A
Yeah,
lot of things could do it. Let's see. Uh,
and our choices are a lifestyle fit confirmation, pricing or incentives, an interest rate change, or selling an existing home. So,
I'm just going with selling an existing home. Ooh, and then this next one I like. What type of community would you prefer next? Multi-generational community with variety of ages, families, and retirees. Age targeted with active, mature singles and couples without children, without any restrictions, or a 55 and older restriction. Um, I'm multi-generational. That makes me feel more comfortable.
interesting. I'm looking at these last 2 here. Yeah, I mean, I do multi-generational, but it's interesting that Disney is considering essentially the villages, like their own version of the villages.
It's not going to be that big, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm multi-generational there. Oh, okay. What remaining questions or concerns must be addressed before you would seriously consider purchasing the community? Okay, for me, it's need to know more about the amenities
Yes. Need to know more about the amenities. I would
and
also
house pricing.
I would also be interested to know if they had any plans or any inside knowledge about what might be developing outside of the community, like what's gonna be drawn there.
Mm,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I like this next one though.
Ooh,
Would you be open to participating in an online workshop? And then we'll give you a gift card. I don't even care about that. Of course, I want to do
yeah,
a workshop.
absolutely, I would participate in a one-hour online workshop. That's basically a meeting
Yeah.
from work, so, hey.
All right. And the next page is just confirming your contact information, and that's it. We're done.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this place. So, just so everyone's aware, Blake and myself will be visiting when visiting starts. Once we get a message that says, "Hey, come and look," we're there. Like, we will cancel other plans. Well, I'll cancel other plans. If I have to go solo, I will. If I have to go with my wife, Blake can come. That's great. He may be bell ringing. Again, if he's bell ringing, we got to
Right,
go. So,
and if Damon's actually awake, if it's
that's true.
somewhere
Listen, during the
between
day, I should be good.
11 and 2 p.m., he'll be awake, so
That seems about right. All right. So that's it for this part. Hopefully everyone is interested and we'll continue to update you on this as we can.
all right, folks, it is time for a word from our sponsor. We'd like to welcome our inaugural sponsor to the show, Don'tResistTheTravel.com. Folks, vacation travel should be exciting, memorable, and most importantly, completely stress-free. Ha! Right. However, as we all know, planning that perfect trip for you and your family can be anything but that. And that's where the folks at Don't Resist the Travel come in and save the day. Whether you're traveling with your family and want a vacation that's fun, effortless, and full of memories, or you're looking for a luxury escape with VIP experiences, private tours, and hand-picked resorts, the folks at Don't Resist the Travel handle every detail just for you. When you work with Don't Resist the Travel, you don't just book a trip, you build an experience that's truly tailored to your personal needs. So don't resist. You know you want to travel. Visit don'tresistthetravel.com and start planning your next unforgettable getaway today. And make sure to let them know the guys at Rhubarbs Travelers podcast sent you. That's don'tresistthetravel.com. So, DVC, resort news and tips. Disney is issuing an update and this update is regarding the rental of DVC points. So, within the last couple of weeks, Disney put out some clarification on it's not a new policy, but it's a policy that they are actually going to start enforcing now. And it deals with people who buy DVC contracts specifically for the exclusive purpose of renting them out and never really staying at a DVC resort on their own. And this update comes as a result of questions that were asked during the 2025 DVC Condo Association Owners annual meeting. And go ahead.
Yeah. I think the big thing here for me is I kind of thought about this back and forth. I've always been against renting points. And then I was like, but does it affect me because people are going to buy or somebody else will buy? Here's where the problem is that a lot of these places that don't use them for personal use will go out and pick the best weeks of the year.
Exactly.
And that's where I think the bigger problem is if you have X amount of points and you're not using them for yourself, and then you go book, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Halloween, like that's not really fair. And then your whole point is to rent those weeks. I think that's where I'm happy that this is happening.
Yes.
So, that's really for us what the big situation is. It's like, hey, let's make sure that people aren't putting those weeks up, that they're actually using them. And again, I have no problem if people are going all 4 of those times and you can get them, like, good for you, right? That works out great. So I think this is a good thing.
And again, this policy update is not to punish people who occasionally might rent out some points to some family members or some friends. This is just
Absolutely.
this is just for people that have literally the only reason they bought it was so that they could rent out every single point every single year. Now, the interesting thing here is that Shannon Sakoski, and I hope I said that name right, she is the vice president of member experiences and club management, stated that the organization has increased staffing and resources to monitor point usage. And really, the translation there is, folks, they're going to be using AI to go through
Well,
all of the data.
that's that's Blake's guess here. Let's
Yeah.
let's make sure
Oh,
that she did not say that.
she didn't say that. That again, I said that's a translation for me. That
Okay.
they're gonna be using AI to comb through all of that data to kinda highlight people that might be renting out more than they should. So, again, 98% of the people that own DVC probably have.
Another Blake made up number.
Yes, it's absolutely. No, the
We just have to make sure that we're not, sticking it to,
oh, right. Right.
specific numbers.
Okay.
All right,
Uh,
anyway, but yeah, I
let
think this is a good thing. I think that makes a lot of sense, and we'll see how it kind of pans out. I know some people are upset about it. Their points, they do whatever they want, but hey, just make it better for everybody. Let me
that's right.
be able to book a holiday when I want to book a holiday.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to a listener question. And this question is actually about DVC. So Angie C just became a first time DVC owner a couple of months
Yeah,
ago.
congratulations.
Yay. And so they have a resort stay booked now that overlaps with one of the Moonlight Magic nights that is occurring at Disney Hollywood Studio in April. So her question is, are there any tips or tricks on registering for Moonlight Magic as a new DVC member, or are there any other perks that a new DVC member should take advantage of that aren't readily apparent
I
or
mean,
known?
yeah. So for me, I think that if this is your first use of DVC points, then it's a little different, and maybe you could call your cast member up and see if they can just get you Moonlight Magic, right? Anything's possible during that first original DVC point stay. Other than that, I mean, in terms of registering, I've never had a problem. I just say whenever they tell you you should be logged in, right? Like, and just wait it out. Like, I think that I don't know. I've never had any problems. My parents have never had any problems. Just follow the instructions, and I think you'll
Right.
be okay. I think the biggest perk that DVC members kind of forget about, especially if they've been going to the park previously, is the discounts on dining, and you kind of and actually the discounts on a lot of stuff. Always ask. I think that's probably the biggest,
Right.
kind of first thing is always ask. You're a DVC member now, just ask, you know, do I get a discount? Do I get a discount? Right? It never hurts to ask. I think that's a big thing that you have
And
to kind of think about.
and Angie, if this is your very first stay, Damon, help me out here. She should let somebody know because there is a gift that they give out for your very first day. It's like the welcome home gift, I believe
I
they
don't
call it.
remember ever getting anything, so I
Anyway,
can't really speak on that.
but I would ask your cast member, your DVC cast member, to
Yep.
check for that. I've heard of that. All right. All right, let's move on to some Disney news. The repainting of Cinderella Castle at Magic Kingdom is scheduled to start in January of 2026. They are taking the color scheme it will be reminiscent of the classic and original look of the castle
I
when it
like OG.
started. I
To
like
me,
OG.
nostalgia, so
It
I'm good
will
with this.
it will take some of that coral pink hues that are in the castle now, and it's gonna revert them back to the original look. Now, as part of that, they're gonna obviously have to have some cranes out there, construction cranes to help with this. So they're gonna be draining the moat first thing to be able to put those cranes in place. Now, painting work will start in the early mornings, and they're gonna be done every day by 12 noon, and that is specifically so that guests and members can take pictures during the day because no one wants a picture of Cinderella Castle with construction cranes around it. So
That is true.
they are thinking about that, and so those cranes will be lowered and out of the way during the second half of the day.
It's really
So that
smart, to be
Yep.
honest with you.
So that you can get pictures and also so that doesn't interfere with fireworks and get in the way of that. And they are saying that work is to be completed in later in 2026. So they are giving themselves a little bit of leeway by not giving an exact date. So that is for Cinderella Castle. Now, let's move on to some new information about the new lands coming at Magic Kingdom. Villains Land is now starting to expand behind Small World. It's a Small World ride. So it is starting, about where the end of the line is for Haunted Mansion, and it's going to curve around behind It's a Small World. And if you go online, the gentleman that goes by the name of Bio Reconstruct, he is well known in the area. He flies around Disney World and takes aerial photos, and you can see all types of photos from BioReconstruct about
Yeah, I'm trying to
where
look
this
at
new land is
what
going to be.
we're
Of course,
talking
it's going
about
to be
here
adjacent
myself.
to Piston Peak, which is the new Cars
And
land
again,
that is
yeah,
taking over Tom Sawyer Island. Work is progressing on that. They have graded Tom Sawyer's Island now, and so now it is a little flatter, getting ready for what is coming at Piston Peak. There is quite a chunk of real estate being taken up right now by this
yeah,
action. So
absolutely. I think
lots
it's good that you're getting some updates here because Villain's Land is going to be the big one here.
right. And it's good that they are working on these simultaneously, that they're not waiting on one to begin construction on the other. So
Yep.
lots of new stuff. All right. Other park or other Disney news. Disney Imagineering has released a new internal look at the new free roaming Olaf that is appearing at Disneyland Paris and Hong Kong Disneyland. So Disney Imagineering released a research paper detailing all of the work that they did on this animatronic that you can actually
Yeah.
go read if you want some gentle nighttime reading. You can go read the
Yeah,
actual
I'm good. As long as it works, I don't need to know the
yeah.
behind it, the
So
internal
there are
workings.
all types of interesting things that one of the coolest things that I didn't realize, and that's why you have Disney Imagineering, is they actually have to write code in to take account for the servo actuator temperatures. So all that movement that Olaf does, that generates heat. And so you have to have sensors in place to determine how hot it's getting, and it will cause Olaf to do things that are not as strenuous if it detects that the temperature is getting up too high. So it will alter what Olaf does depending on what the temperature of his servos are, which is really cool. So
Yeah.
all right, folks, it is time for the after show. And first thing is a new Dracula themed resort is coming to Romania. Damon, this sounds like something you would be all about, to be honest with you.
It's a resort and theme park, right?
It's a
So
resort and theme
they
park. It
have
is going
six
to be
lands.
6 lands. The artwork, gosh, it looks huge, to be honest with you. Like, I can't imagine them being able to get
Yeah.
that much out of one singular IP, for lack of a better term.
Oh, no, no, no. I think that when you talk about, a Dracula land, I think that there's a lot that you can do, right? You have all the Dracula's friends. I think they're all in public domain now too, aren't they? I could be wrong there. I'm not sure, but
If not,
I
they're
think that
very
there's a
close.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot that you can do. So there's going to be 40 attractions set to open between 26 and 27. I don't know how they make that happen, but there's going to be an entrance, there's going to be a railway, a double carousel, projection and drone show. There's going to be all sorts of shows and entertainment as well. I think this is great. I'm really curious to see how it kind of pans out. So what they're saying is kind of the e-ticket thing here is going to be a ride within Dracula's castle. There's going to be a maze, which I kind of dig, and some high speed ride through the catacombs. Like it sounds great. Like it also the thing though that kind of scares me a little bit
Okay.
is that they talk about being able to host events and festivals, right? And it's kind of
Well,
listed as maybe they're gonna God.
one of the pieces of concept art does show a convention center type building that is going to be able
Yeah,
to host that type of thing.
I it just seems very ambitious right from the get-go, especially with the date. But, it looks like it's gonna be in phases. It's gonna generate tourism jobs, and they're looking at, like I said, a phased approach. I'm excited to see this. I think this will help us understand what a true honest to goodness villain park means and
Right.
what you're gonna get in terms of people
So
because of that.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see how much they lean into the horror aspect of this, because they're not
Yeah.
imagine if Disney were doing this, right? Because they would have to soften it up quite a bit. I will be interested to
Yeah,
see
I don't know what we're gonna
what they
get.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Th
what we're gonna get. I think that's what will be interesting about this.
so
So,
there's
exciting though. Super.
yes, there are it's exciting. There is a $1 billion price tag that they're saying they're gonna invest in this. So this is not some mom and pop.
And 1 billion euros.
1 billion euros, yeah, which is I don't even know what the conversion rate is, but it's pretty close. So it's a lot of money
Yeah,
regardless. All right. Moving on.
super excited for this.
Yes.
So
Moving
the
on. Go ahead.
yeah, so here's the thing. Blake thought that this was shut down a Velocicoaster, and I said there would be riots.
Right.
So really what this is Jurassic Park River Adventure.
Right.
Yeah, it's going down
Over
for 10 months.
Yeah, so over at Universal Orlando, the Jurassic Park River Adventure is going down for extensive refurbishment. And so there's some speculation going on about what this refurb is going to be. And the general feeling is that it could be that they're going to turn this river park, or excuse me, not river park, the river adventure into more Jurassic World style experience that is out in
I
California.
mean, they don't need to, but I wouldn't be mad. Yeah, like, I don't know if they need to, but
Well, I have to
wouldn't
be
be
honest.
mad if it happened.
So with the last time we went, when we took our 12-year-old, I don't even think we got on it, on the river adventure.
Oh,
Is
it's
it
fun. It's fun. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
okay,
Definitely a go-to ride for us when we go to the parks.
sure. Okay, staying over in Universal Orlando, a permit has been filed by them that indicates a new flagship ride is coming to the old Lost Continent area of the park.
Man,
So
I miss out on some of the theming, though, of the Lost Continent. I
yeah.
hope everyone at least got a chance to see it before it went away.
Right. So the permit specifically mentions the company called Intamin, and they are the ride designer behind Hagrid's Motorbike and Velocicoaster. So you can probably expect a new ride coming to this area, and there
Yeah, I
are
think
some
it would almost
rumors.
have to be.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has to.
because why would you take it down? I mean, it was an area that it was a little bit one and done-ish. I mean, even though it was, really fun, it was a little
Right.
bit one and done-ish.
Right. So there are
Yeah,
some
there's
rumors.
rumors.
Yeah, rumors that Harry Potter Land could expand because this area kind of backs up to Hogsmeade. So there are rumors because, Intimate has already done Hagrid's Motorbike, they might do another Harry Potter themed ride. But there's also an even more interesting rumor, and I think this one would be cooler, honestly, is that this could be a new Legend of Zelda themed attraction coming. And the reason that rumor is alive is because they have started selling Legend of Zelda merch in Epic Universe stores. And if you don't know, there's an upcoming live action Legend of Zelda movie that is going to be released in March 2027. So this
It
would line up perfectly with that movie release.
This is so odd because I'm such a Nintendo person, but I'm not really a Legend of Zelda person.
Oh, I love
Like,
this. Oh,
I played the games, but, like, they were never it for me. Like, if I'm going that route, I wanna go full in, and I wanna go full D&D, right? Like, I feel
right.
like Legend of Zelda was, like, D&D light, and it was not my thing. I mean, I'd be happy to see that, but I'd rather Harry Potter expand, especially with the HBO series coming. I think that would be fun as well, but either one of those would be of interest to me. I could be on board with either one of those.
Right. Yeah. All right, so some interesting things coming to Universal Orlando. All right, folks, that is going to do it for our show this week. We'd like to thank our sponsor, don'tresistthetravel.com. As always, please let them handle every detail in creating and planning your next extraordinary getaway. It does not have to be Universal, doesn't have to be to Disney. It could be anywhere. Let the folks at don'tresistthetravel.com plan that out for you. Just make sure you listen to us on your favorite podcast streaming service. If we are not on your favorite service, please let us know and we will get on there. I feel like we're on pretty much all of them at this point. So,
Yeah,
but you
I'd be
never know.
curious to what people listen to us on. I've been
Right.
going
Yeah.
more Spotify, to be honest with you, for podcasts myself, but
I'm a Pocket Casts person. I use that
okay.
one. So, and make sure, regardless of whichever streaming service you listen to us on, please go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star rating. And you should also do that on Spotify, by the way. Go leave us a 5-star rating and leave us a review. It helps us out with the algorithms and getting the show out in front of people's eyeballs. And we are always wanting to do that. So if you have any questions or if you'd like to
And
see
earballs?
no, I said eyeballs.
No,
Did I
and
say earballs?
earballs. You
Oh, and
did. And I
earballs.
said
Yeah.
and
Okay.
earballs.
Okay. All right. So if you have any questions, email us at rhubarbtravelerspodcast@gmail.com. And we are always looking for trip reports. So if you go on a trip, please let us know and we will, maybe invite you on and you can tell us firsthand how that trip went. Again, we have a Patreon. Go subscribe to us over at Patreon and please consider becoming a subscriber. We are on all the socials. We are on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Please join the groups out there and become a part of our growing community. So, with
I
that
don't like
being
my
said-
Patreon picture, though. I didn't realize that was the picture. You have to get an updated one.
What did you
I
put?
feel like. I didn't put anything. You put that up there.
Oh, did I put that up there?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember what I put up there.
That looked like Ernie.
Oh, okay. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it. So,
Well, also make sure you check out the socials. Blake will be recording something as he always does, and we have fun with those. So
that's right. Yeah.
It
So
makes
go
us a
look for
little-
us on TikTok. We are getting into the TikToks, as the kids. All right, folks.
Wait, hold on, real quick though. What did you get
No,
for
no.
Christmas?
Oh, what did I get? You know what? I am really at the point in my life that
Oh boy.
I don't. You know what I want? You know what I really wanted for Christmas?
Uh huh.
It was to have 2 college tuitions paid off for my boys, but I still didn't get that. I've been asking
Yeah.
for that for 4 years, but eventually
I got some new shirts. I think I had to go switch out shirts. Like I just felt like I was wearing the same T-shirts all the time, so I got some shirts. I got.
You know what? I take
else?
it back. I did get a new cordless drill. I needed that.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. So
Yeah. So hopefully everyone had a good holiday.
yep. And folks, we hope that you have a great and safe New Year. Please
And watch Stranger Things, and then come to the group to talk about it with us.
That's right. That's right. So watch Stranger Things, come to the group and talk about it. Please be safe during the new year, and because we want you still to be listening to us after. So until then, till the next show, Damon, I will talk to you later, my friend.
All right, have a good one.
Folks, the Rhubarb Travelers podcast is for entertainment purposes only. We are not employed by the Walt Disney Company or NBC Universal, the parent company of Universal Studios. And as such, all opinions expressed on the show are exclusively our own. Please consult a DVC or Disney cast member or Universal team member for more information about anything we might have talked about today.